I hope that people realise that we make this in a week because I have the bags under my eyes to prove it.
Counting to on air. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Monday we're like, it's time to make a new show. So we get into a room, we start pitching, we meet the host, which is always really lovely, and then we just sort of splinter off and start writing.
It's kind of a weirdly quiet day Monday because everyone's just sort of locked in.
It's a pretty unique process. The writers come in with ideas on Monday, and then by Saturday, it's a fully produced part of the show.
On a Tuesday, we film the social promo. It's the first bit of comedy of the week, and that's written so quickly, like an overnight thing almost.
Because the hosts are often so well known, people have a public perception of them, so you can kind of play on that in the promos a lot.
Wednesday is a big day. You can feel the energy start to really, really bubble up because we are, for the first time, reading the scripts, the sketches out loud. So we all get into a room, then we sit around, we've got microphones, we just perform it, I guess. It's a day of just putting things into practice.
So if you get a sketch picked from the table read on Wednesday, you then go into what they call speed dating, which is you go into a room with all of the various heads of department and you kind of talk them through your vision for the sketch, what you want it to look like, what you want it to sound like, what you want the set to be, and you kind of just chat to them and they give you their ideas and you give them yours, because that's the thing, you don't just write the sketches, you kind of produce them from start to finish as well. You have to be kind of across everything. It's not really enough just to do the script. You also have to be thinking about the aesthetic of it and everything from start to finish.
On a Thursday, we usually shoot what's called a VT and action, which is the pre-recorded videos that you see that aren't kind of done live. And there might be 2 of those in a show. So we normally get up about 5, get here for about 6. A long time in makeup, I hope you can tell. And then we start shooting about 8. And action. She's my wife! There's the promo with the musical guest. So there'll be an ideally sort of short and witty thing that you'll say.
Did you write this promo by...
Shh. So Thursday's the first chance that we have to block. With SNL, you have different sets around the studio. Very much a wet paint day because they're building the sets as you're rehearsing because they've only picked the sketches on Wednesday night.
Writers with chosen sketches on a Thursday and Friday, what do?
Come into studio, block through it with the actors, trying to figure out which things work once you actually see them. The lights hopefully work.
The skies!
There's always someone drilling. When you're rehearsing, if you can't hear a drill, you should be worried. So there's lots of people around, there's lots of blokes being like, yeah, a bit more to the left, Mike. There's a huge props department, costume, it's a whole operation.
Costume is sorted out on Friday, literally the day before we're on live TV, and we'll try on every outfit for every sketch we're in. And then there's kind of a little bit of a conversation about how we're going to change between those. For example, when I had to go from being Princess Diana to being Shy Baby, how are we going to hold space for those 2 things? We'll talk about that. I, obviously, as a homosexual man, I'm having an incredible time. With the costume department, it's the highlight of my week, as is Wham! Wigs, hair and makeup. There they all are over that. Hi guys. Doing God's work.
It's Weekend Update. Anything we write for Weekend Update on a Monday is basically probably irrelevant by the Saturday.
We look at the papers, we see what's going on in the world, and then I guess we take a sideways glance at it.
You can't really plan in advance what's going to happen.
We try and put something in, if we can, that's happened that day just to really prove it.
And if you're wondering why they're so obsessed with the back of the movie, that's where the bum is.
We've also got people that go out there and do bad things to make new headlines. I don't know if you saw that thing about those riots in Clapham. That was one of our junior producers who went out there.
Prince Andrew.
Yeah, he's a mate.
I think he was one of the senior producers here.
If you're watching, Andrew, hello!
I'm sure the socials team at Sky will love that.
Saturday is, I typically wake up and I'm like, I'm going to be live today. And I'm literally wake like a sarcophagus, I'm about to be live. Get to studio and we're almost immediately in rehearsal.
Here we go. 5 seconds. 4, 3.
We do our dress show, which is also in front of a live audience. It's where we, everything is happening almost for the first time. It's where we see what's working, where the laughs are.
And then about half an hour to 40 minutes after that, we go back up into the studio, all the audience have left, and the only people here are people that work on the show. James Longman is on the stage and he's got the board of what sketches we're in and what are going to be out of the second show. The number one rule though is it's always got to be for the best of the show. So no matter how hard you worked, no matter how much you enjoy doing the sketch, it doesn't matter because it's a big team effort and everybody wants the show to do well.
Then we're live, just like that.
Live from London,
The vibe in a studio on a Saturday night is purely electric. On a Sunday, I sleep.
I chill out on a Sunday. I try and do one like nice thing. I try and get a pastry maybe. Are we allowed to say pastries? Is that all right?
I do try and remember to book to go to the sauna.
I might see some friends and watch a lot of football.
Sometimes I get a flat white. Are we okay to say flat white? Okay.
He's just like you guys.
Yeah, like the thing is, we're ultimately like we are, aren't we?
We are, yeah. We are.
At the moment, my ritual seems to be walking to get coffee and then walking to get a pint. And then walking home and having Chinese.
Yeah, I write probably about 100 to 150 jokes on my Sunday just because I don't think you should ever stop grinding. That's just me.
Saturday night, I have optimism that I'm going to have a Sunday. And what happens is I wake up and Sunday morning and I've got nothing, I don't want to do anything.
And we do it all again, if you can believe it, the next day.
Straight back to it Monday morning.